Hello, my lovely hummingbirds. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Pop Culture. And on today's episode of Makeup and Motivation, we will be transforming into the one, the only, Harleen Quinzel. Also known as Harley Quinn. If this didn't give it away, I don't know what to tell you. Why Harley Quinn? Harley Quinn. She's a queen. Psychotic. Psychopathic. Insane. Broken. Getting it together, queen, but she's a queen nonetheless. Why Harley Quinn? So today's topic of conversation is the anti-hero complex, more so in the aspects of the thought process of you miss every shot you don't take in the process of, self-healing, self-love, all that good shit wherever you are in life. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of that, but let's get started with the makeup look. I'm excited. Hi, my lovely hummingbirds. To kick off this very nude Harley Quinn look, we are going to start off with the Ménage Muah Colourpop palette with the shade Novel on our eyelids. After we've gone applied the Novel on the eyelids, we're going to go ahead with Nude from the Prelude LimeCrime palette. And I know it looks real dark, I know, but just bear with me. Trust the process on this one. And when I tell y'all I took entirely too many steps to achieve this look for this time around, I went ahead and did a somewhat of a cut crease here above the Novel because I decided that nope, I hated it. So we're gonna add eyeshadow base in order to do a cut crease, but you're also gonna add it on your eyelid and on the brow bone area. Now that we've gone ahead and applied that, we're going to go in with some Flush just to, darken it a little bit more, make that color come out. Also from the LimeCrime Prelude palette. And yes, you're going to do it on both sides. Don't mind my mirror. After you've gone ahead and applied that, we're going to go in with the Jaded Colourpop palette, and we are using two different shades here. You're going to apply My Precious, and then you are going to add the Sparkly My Pearl over it. Once that is done and applied, we're going to go back in with the Ménage Muah palette in the shade Amour, and we're going to apply that onto the eyelid. Yep, I wanted it because it was shiny. Now, to give this look a little bit of depth, a little bit of depth, we are going to go in with the Jaded Colourpop palette in the shade Stoned, just to really give us that, deep set eye look, Once we've gone ahead and applied that, we're going to go in with You're a Gem on the brow bone area just to fluff out the darkness of the Stoned shade. And once we've gone ahead and done that, we're going to go in with the Ménage Muah. Just a little line in there to really deepen inside the crease in the shade No Drama. Because Harley Quinn swears she does not want drama. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my face, and you can follow me on all my handles. And there she is. Look it. It's giving elegance. It's giving beautiful. It's giving deadly. It's giving a pretty and pink. Well, if this is where I leave y'all, I love y'all so much, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But if you are tuning in, let us go into the anti-hero complex episode. Hello, my lovely hummingbirds. How's it going, everyone? On today's episode of Makeup and Motivation here on Pop Culture, we are going to be discussing the anti-hero complex. What is that, you ask? Well, what is an anti-hero? Let's start there. Here is a brief definition, an actual definition of what an anti-hero is. An anti-hero, though, is most commonly known as characters such as Deadpool, Blade, Harley Quinn, Venom, now. And essentially, they are heroes that will do whatever it takes, no matter the cost, no matter the body count, to achieve their goal. What does this have to do with self-healing, you ask? Well, a little baddie told me. You know, my conversations with myself in the mirror. No. Oh my god. So, a little bit of background history on Harley Quinn. Dr. Harleen Quinzel is how she started off. Essentially, everyone knows she was a therapist, worked at Arkham, fell in love with the Joker, went fucking crazy. So now that the character has actually expanded, so Harley Quinn originally started as a joke and a stand-in. She wasn't actually supposed to be a long-running character, but you know, people loved her so much and everything that she ended up actually sticking around and has her own comic book series now even. That being said, we have seen the expansion of Harley Quinn go through essentially all of the phases, from herself as like the therapist, psychologist, went to Arkham, all that, to now the anti-hero state that she is in. Now, I'm not just discussing about films, but also the animated series, as well as her own Harley Quinn series. And it, especially in the Harley Quinn series, and I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, I personally love it. They do expand more into her childhood and the traumas that she had and all this stuff. So, sad to say, but very common story of, well, she ran away from one abuser into the arms of the other. Mind you, this episode might be slightly triggering. I am sorry. I do not mean to, and for any of you, my lovely hummingbirds, that have suffered from some form of abuse in that way, whether that is physical, mental, financial, or whatever form, you're not alone. There are resources out there. Please, please, please seek help. And it goes without saying, but this world is so much better with you in it. Now, that tidbit aside, the character of Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is a Cancer sun, like me. Don't know how I feel about it. You know? Lord have mercy. And essentially her character goes from, you know, she lived a very difficult childhood in her home. She then grew up, wanted to change her life, went into psychology, only to end up dating the Joker, who is a literal psychopath. Textbook psychopath. And she essentially transforms everything about herself to please him, to become his everything. There is this one comic book strip where Batman essentially shows her, you know, you think you're the only one, and then shows her a room full of fucking Harley Quinns And obviously, you know, fucks with her head, right? How could it not? Pobrecita. And through like progression of her storyline, she gets to the point where she's like, you know what? Fuck this, right? Suicide Squad, all that shit happens. She falls in love with Poison Ivy, which, like, Poison Ivy is a really big reason why Harley has her powers. Yes, Harley Quinn has powers. She has strength, healing abilities, and is immune to almost any toxin and poison because of Poison Ivy. Also, she's a badass with a hammer and a bat and kills in fucking roller derby. But she's also one of my very first cosplays. I absolutely love the character. I love what the character has expanded into, especially because, you know, we really get to see her grow, which in like comic books, there's always a very like cut and paste when it comes to women in comics, which has greatly changed over the years, mind you. But with Harley Quinn especially, I feel like we have been able to see a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Growth? Growth, let's go with growth as the word for it. And, sorry, I just had a flashback. It doesn't matter. I didn't know that was going to happen during this episode, but here we are. Interesting. I'll unpack that later. But Harley Quinn, ladies and gentlemen, is the choice for today. Because during the road of self-healing, during the road of assisted healing, if you have therapists or doctors or medication or spiritual, not guides, but spiritual therapists, holistic healers, whoever that helps you in your journey of healing yourself. We are constantly bombarded with the idea of love and light. While that is not a bad thing, and I am not out here to talk shit about my love and light baddies out there, because there are some very genuine, like, we must protect them. We must protect the innocent of the earth. But in the journey of self-healing, nothing is ever really black and white. It is all shades of gray and blue and pink and red and black. And it goes through many phases and many waves. What I call the anti-hero complex is essentially that period of healing where you kind of put blinders on. Where you see your one goal and you're like, nope, I don't give a fuck what is to my left, what is to my right, what is up, what is down. I can only see forward. And you do everything and anything that it takes to reach your goal, to reach whatever it is. Burnout and chaos are often easiest at this point, as is self-sabotage. When the boredom hits, especially. Because while I'm a big fan of saying, you know, you miss every shot you don't take, sometimes not every shot is for us. Sometimes the ball's not in our court. I'm making a whole lot of sports references like I got a nice jump shot and I really don't. But you know, this is what happens when I don't drink caffeine all day and then I start caffeinating at 7 p.m. at night and then recording content. After like dancing my ass off for like an hour in this costume. All of it gotta get washed. The plastic, the fabric, the wig, myself, all of it. But Harley Quinn is a character that genuinely to her core does not give a fuck, right? She is chaotic good in my eyes is the way I see her. You know, she sees like, okay, This is the problem. This is solution. This is morality. But we're going to get to the solution regardless. And that's not always bad. I know. Now, I'm not saying go and self-sabotage. I'm not condoning that. It's way too close to Valentine's Day, and there's too many fuck boys, fuck girls, fuck they, thems out there that are just on some bullshit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying go out there and be crazy. Somebody talking shit. But what I am saying is in your voice, because like all things that we do, especially in the healing journey, should be done through love for ourselves, for a situation, and for the aspirations that we have, and so many more things. But oftentimes we overlook ourselves in the process, and we overlook our boundaries in the process, to the point where people inadvertently walk all over us, and oftentimes, sometimes, you know, aware or not, with our permission. And mainly because we don't even know what our boundaries are. We don't know when no is no, when enough is enough, when the line has to be drawn somewhere in the sand. And when I see characters like Deadpool and Harley, the reason that so many people love these characters is because they are so flawed. Because they don't have this like sense of perfection. Like even fucking, I stay away, Tony Stark. I'm like, I stay away. Even Tony Stark, right? When you think Iron Man, you know, you're not thinking like he's fucking not golden child, Jesus. He's not like the staple good all American lad that's out here. He's not fucking Captain Rogers, right? Not a good boy. You think bad boy, you think chaos, you think toxic to some degree. And they are still characters that are so loved. Because we as humans, you know, we have this understanding that we're not fucking perfect. We all make mistakes. Especially when we don't know what love even is. Yes, we are commencing the series all about how to heal love specifically. It's great. And that is why, who better than to start with than Harley Quinn? She's got it all. She's got the childhood trauma, the relational trauma, the world fucked me up trauma. You know, all the traumas, they're there. Fucked myself up trauma. It's all there. And yes, this is gonna be a fucked up series. It's not gonna be easy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But it'll be fun. So we are starting with the chaos aspect, the anti-hero complex, the I don't give a fuck, but I'm gonna do it anyway because what's the alternative? If you are currently in this part of your healing journey, and everything I've said before this sounded absolutely batshit crazy and fucking corny, and you're just like, oh my god, so cliche. I know. Bitch, trust me. I know. It sounds stupid, it sounds gross, it sounds like, oh my god, another fucking bitch talking about this shit. Yeah. Otra. The reason for that is, it works. It's not gonna work the same way for everyone, and it's not gonna work the same way for you. You need to learn you, and take what resonates and leave whatever the fuck doesn't. If you are in your moment of self-sabotage and chaos and jumping from person to person and all up in all the extracurriculars, little blurb right there, I've said it before what extracurriculars are. Take a good hard look at your life and realize why that is. The anti-hero complex, while the end goal is always, like I said, chaotic good, are the steps that you are taking to it actually beneficial for you in the long run? Are they actually sustainable? In the Birds of Prey film, one of the things that I loved the most about Harley's character was, one, she not only had to take care of herself, but she had to take care of the kid. And it shows that, well, I mean, obviously she's still chaos, right? It's a fucking comic book movie. But, you know, she starts to kind of understand more what it is to, like, not really be entirely on your own. And, like, oh, there are people that do give a fuck about you type of thing. But also how to not undermine yourself and trust that you know what the fuck it is you're doing, and trust you and do things to better you. With the anti-hero complex, let's start off with what is very easy during this time. Sushi being mainly that, all the extracurriculars, and fear and reactionary behavior because of that fear. A lot of it is based off waiting for the left shoe to drop and taking action before somebody or something else does against you. It's that constant need to be 20,000 steps ahead of everyone and everything else so you don't get hurt. While it is smart to be aware of your surroundings and your environment and the people that you are with and all that good shit, absolutely, I'm not saying it's not. But what things are your genuine instinct? Like, what is really in your gut? What is in your heart? What is actually like, hey, no, alarm's going off. This is fucking bad. You've seen this before. Or what is simply a trigger response of that. And you have to control that emotion of, it is simply that you've been in a situation similar before, now that that situation is repeating. It's not always easy to, it's almost impossible to discern that at times. But, at least for me, one of the biggest tells was my reactions in those moments. Am I trying to numb myself in some way, shape, or form? Throughout, like, the whole Birds of Prey film, and I am spoiler alert, we're doing Birds of Prey for Rated this week. Wednesday's next week. But because I got so much shit to talk about the show and all the aftermath of it. But yeah, I don't like it like that. Así no me gustó. As I was saying. So the reason I keep staring at myself this time, I'm fighting the urge to go blonde again. I'm not gonna do it myself. I'm gonna go to a salon. I'm not gonna, like, burn my hair off again. I haven't actually burned it off, thank you God. But it's been every color of the rainbow and way damaged. I'm not gonna do that again. It's like mid-back now. I'm not gonna do it. Curls are, like, finally holding up again. I'm not gonna do that. But the urge to go blonde is so strong, you guys. I'm not gonna do it, I'm just thinking about it, but okay. So, Minru, how can we go? How can we go through the motions of experiencing life without self-sabotaging, without going into this anti-hero, fuck the world, as long as I get what the fuck it is I want, I'm gonna get what I want complex? Well, First step, accountability. Yeah. And I don't mean making others take accountability, I mean you. Take accountability for yourself and where you are in this moment. Why is it that that situation that you first thought of when I said, hey, no, where are you numbing? That first situation you thought of, why is it that you're in it? What, if possible, because everyone's situation is different, can you do to lessen it and then ultimately stop it? What steps can you take for yourself to make sure that you're not harming you and others in the process? After you do some grand old accountability, you're going to look at the reality of the situation and ask, why? Why is it triggering me? Why is it causing these reactions within me? You know, what part of me during this journey is not okay with this? Now, this is not just for everyone starting off their journey. This is for even people that have already been in the healing journey. Like I said, it's not linear. It comes in waves, and sometimes we all fall back to habits and toxic patterns that we've had in the past because, well, we've been doing it for so long that honestly, it's kind of easy to. And other times, we might not even realize we fucking threw ourselves into the situation to begin with. So it's okay. Wherever you're at, whatever the message that, you know, fits, I hope I can help in some way. But yes, take accountability. Find the why in this moment of reality. Not the million thoughts running through your mind going, this possibility, this possibility, this possibility, this possibility. No, that's not that. Right now, where you are, pause, breathe for a moment with yourself and say, okay, where am I at and why? Once you do that, once those two, pause again, breathe in, breathe out, take a second, and see if this is a situation that you can continue to be in healthily, or if you need to get the fuck out of Dodge and like go home and take a nap and like chill out. And if you're already home and you're just having a moment, like the one that happened a few minutes ago where I was like, holy shit, I just had a flashback. What can you do to bring yourself back to the present and release it with yourself right now of what triggered that memory? Oftentimes, you know, and like, I'm gonna drink some coffee before I say the following thing that I'm gonna fucking say. I'm gonna process my thoughts on that one. Oftentimes with love and light, there is this very toxic stance that kind of takes over where it's like, oh, if you don't love everyone that's caused you harm, you don't forgive every person that's caused you harm and all this stuff, then you will never completely heal. Me personally, I don't fucking believe in that. If you do, that's great, and I love that for you, and I hope that that works and that is something that you carry in your spirit. I am a little more on the dark side than the light side, even though I am on the light side because I'm a healing ass bitch. But for me, in my opinion, depending on what it is that someone did, I don't think everybody does deserve forgiveness. I think there are certain things that, like, in my spirit, like, I can never forgive you for. Like, I might be able to heal from this situation, but, like, you know, go fuck yourself, you know, respectfully. But that's just me. And I'm, you know, chaotic good, so I don't know what to tell you. I woke up today and just chaos. No, but really, that's firstly just one of my things, right? Like, I'm not gonna wish you harm. Might not hex you, you know, type of shit, but like, well, I don't hex, but I won't be doing that. But, you know, do I necessarily forgive you for that shit? No. No. Right? That's just my belief. Not everyone deserves it. I'm pretty sure there's people out there that have not forgiven me for shit I have done, and if that's in their heart of hearts and it doesn't weigh them down and they keep moving forward in life and prospering and abundant, cool. Go ahead and stay blessed. I know I've done some dumbass shit, especially when I was not well, right? Which, granted, mental health, never an excuse to be an asshole, but when involved in extracurriculars and all the trauma and all the unhealed bullshit, hurt people. And if you are currently in a space of hurting, it's gonna get better. It really is, I promise you, it really is. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now in this moment, it's gonna get better. It does get better. I've been seeing so much right now, like this whole thing of, well, on TikTok, this trend where it's people getting closer to 30 talking to their teenage selves, and it's the fucking sound like, oh, I thought you were gonna unalive yourself, and they're like, I tried. It's the fucking Eric Cartman sound. Fucking South Park, y'all. I don't fucking know. But they said that, and I saw a few of them, and I was just like, stop, because we're getting close to an anniversary for me. Sorry about that. I had to take a minute there because I just whoofed. But it gets better. If by some chance you are 18 watching this, or in your 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s or however old you are and you're watching this, and you think there's possibly no light at the end of this tunnel, there is. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, my lovely hummingbirds, and tell you it does not take work, because it does. It takes work, it takes effort, and it takes acknowledgement of your good and the iffy parts. Because you are the best of both put together. You are every beautiful aspect. You are every fatal flaw. You are all of what makes you you. And that is absolutely perfectly imperfect, as cliche as that is. Sometimes to survive, the anti-hero complex kicks in, where, as we'll discuss in the next part, leads to, well, not next part of this video, but next week, we're going to talk all about the numbness. Oh, my zesty bitch, I miss you. I have many a times very recently told my best friends, I was like, but I wasn't supposed to have feelings. Because I wasn't, and now here I am feeling things. Crazy. Even though I am a Cancer sun, besides that and one house, that's all I have. So I don't want to hear shit in the comments of like, but you're a Cancer, you guys are emotional, and you're crybabies. I only got in 2 placements. No reason for me to be this emotional. I blame all the other ones. But no, I'm totally joking. Emotions are a good thing, as are all of our emotions. Like we learned in, oh my god, what was that fucking Inside Out? The bing bong sound, y'all, kills me. It hurts. Oh my god. I didn't think I would be so like, I knew this episode was gonna be chaotic. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I knew it was gonna be like more than usual. I didn't know I was gonna be so emotional during it. Also, I love this jacket. I love Harley Quinn. I love the concept of the character. Because she's flawed. She is as flawed as they come, intelligent as fuck. And in the voyage, not voyage. Fuck. What's the word I'm looking for? In the journey to self-discovery and to obtain whatever it is that she's trying to obtain, whether it is, you know, saving Viola Davis from her own demons that she made, or rescuing a friend, or trying to get Poison Ivy to do something or whatever have you, or, you know, helping to save the day in some way, no matter what it is, or just trying to get her fucking breakfast sandwich, whatever it is, she does it no matter the risk, no matter the consequence, does it right. Super intelligent, does a lot of dumb shit though, and fucked over more than a few people in the process. Which is why one of the things that, like, at least last year I really found myself repeating a lot was in the process of healing, in the process of learning to really love, we discovered that not only have we placed ourselves in a lot of situations that necessarily wouldn't have to, had we learned the lesson the first time, we also end up being a villain in other people's stories. And that's okay too. That's a fucking quote from Charles Adams. What is chaos to the fly is normal to the spider, or something like that. And that is very true. Our healing journeys are our own. It takes time to grow, to learn, to mature, to really figure out what the fuck life is for each of us. And it is a lot in that journey. It takes a lot of balls, a lot of steel ovaries, a lot of ironclad genitalia to own up to your shit. And once you embrace a little bit of the anti-hero complex, because it's not that bad when it comes to very openly, like, admitting your shit. This is going to be the phase where it's really going to come to light. All of the triggers, all of the toxic behaviors, all those little icky parts that you don't really like to look at. Parts that you might keep hidden in the dark or well in the open for the whole world to see. those are the moments where you're really gonna learn the gritty parts about yourself. It might not be entirely the moment where you understand it, but it's the part where you get to say, yeah, I did that shit. Yeah, I let them do that shit. Yeah, I wish they hadn't done that. Yeah, maybe I should lay off the sauce. Maybe I shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z. And while the anti-hero complex era of the his existence on Earth, joking, of the whole healing journey is honestly one of the funnest. It's also one of the trashiest parts of it, because it's the point where you really don't give a fuck. It's the point where you kind of do before you really think it through. And as gross as it is, and as much as you're going to cringe at it, in a few months, because it really does go by that quickly, in a year at most, a few years, if you've been in it for a minute in waves and cycles, it's okay too. You know you're going to cringe. Those bets are what is going to essentially be the beginning of unpacking how you view love. Yeah. Because in our toxic patterns, that's when we're the most honest to ourselves. Because it's when we don't give a fuck. It's when we don't fear judgment. It's when we don't fear opinions of others. It's when we don't even fucking give a fuck about our opinions of our damn selves at that moment. Because it's the, to some degree, lowest point. While, yes, depression is a very, very low point during the healing journey, and if you suffer from depression, anxiety, and mental health issues, the lows are low. But when you are in these chaotic moments and the lows become the calmness of it, got some shit to work on, baby. So take those moments of chaos, flip it around, and ask yourself, what do you need right now? What are you craving right now? What is it that you desire most in this moment? Where does it hurt? Who do you wish would listen? And how can you turn it around? Being an anti-hero is pretty badass. Not gonna lie. But how can you turn all of that chaos and transmute it into goodness to start setting the building blocks that help you towards your self-healing and your love? Because to love yourself is not just about all the shiny, it's not about all the love, all the light, all the beauty of it. It's about all the flaws, all the nooks and crannies and the insecurities and the things that go bump in the night, and the things that we hide away in the darkness. So ask yourself that. What brings on the anti-hero mask? What brings on the chaos? I write it down. And then write down 3. Just 3 little steps of what you're going to do to start transmuting that chaos into peace. Because it is 2023, my lovely hummingbirds, and you deserve some peace. And you deserve some love. And while not everybody on this earth deserves forgiveness, you deserve to forgive yourself for the things that you did in moments of chaos to simply survive. That's it for me for today's episode. I love you all so much. I hope you enjoyed this chaotic Harley Quinn episode. Yeah, that's it for me. I will catch y'all on the next one. Go listen to pop culture. Follow me on all my handles. And yeah, I'm gonna go switch out my teary-eyed contacts. Bitches are like covered in salt now. Gross. Scleral lenses. But yeah, and then I'm gonna get back to recording the rest of the content. Okay, I love y'all so much. As always, les mando mucha paz. Muchos besos. Y les recuerdo que miren hacia la luna. Sending you many kisses and remind me to always look up at the moon. I love you all so much. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. It's already the end of January. Oh my god, how did we get here? Ah! Okay, love you, bye.